coming into the finish. Abby Steiner, former Kentucky Wildcat, and Shamier and Steiner with the lead.
All I can say is wow. That piece you just watched is a clip of the women's indoor 400 meters that took place on Saturday, January 28th of this year at the Razorback Invitational. I am going to break this race down into 4 parts at about 13-second intervals. The runners, if you do not know by now, consisted of the channel's favorites Abby Steiner, Shamier, and Nicole Yeargin of Great Britain, who I have talked about in the past, and last but not least, Ashanti Denton of Arkansas, who was fortunate enough to participate in this heat of incredible, experienced runners. Because when you are running with this speed, as one of our subscribers mentioned, and shouts out to David Claus, it just pushes you to the limit. Overall, Steiner came prepared for the race as always, and it was a much stronger race for her, and this competition really pushed her to the limit. But let us go ahead and start the commentary, and I'll also comment on some of the athletes as well if you guys are not familiar with them, because they are awesome and spectacular. And I am not just saying that. And most likely you'll see them again at nationals or championships, especially Yeargin of Great Britain. So let us begin. Just look at Abby Steiner and Shamier come out strong from the blocks. The 400 meters, if some of you guys are new to track and field, is a sprint, especially at this level. But comparing the first 60 meters of the race to an actual 60-meter race, the first 60 meters of the 400 meters tend to be much slower on average than the 60-meter flat. What helps Steiner, particularly in this race, is her skill set and experience in the shorter races, able to run the 60, 100, and 300 as well. And so there is a much stronger emphasis in getting out of the blocks via reaction drills and warm-ups to help improve the start. In lane 3, to your far right, we have Ashanti Denton, listed as a sophomore for Arkansas and a transfer from Ole Miss as of January 2022. And since transferring to Arkansas, her speed has drastically improved to where she has helped her team place top 3 in several 4x400 meter relays. And it seems that these Arkansas transfers end up doing incredibly well over there. All I can say is the coaching staff and training regiment appear to be excellent, and students like Britton are a reflection of that. Now, on this video thumbnail, I actually put Talitha because she placed 4th overall with an incredible time of 51:34, which puts her at the fastest time this year in the NCAA. Now we have crossed over the first 13-second interval and are getting into the 200 meters. And look at that, absolutely amazing. Yeargin from lane 4 has already made up the stagger with a lead over Denton. Steiner is still at the lead at about a meter away from Little and in a comfortable stride. Now, if you guys have not seen my Yeargin video, she happens to come from my hometown of Washington, D.C., dual citizen of the United States and Great Britain, and obviously she chose to run for Great Britain, her mom's home. But don't let the pretty face fool you. She was a monster of an athlete in my hometown, even going as far as participating on the high school boys football team as a punter. From what I understand, it's the athletic rigor and toughness from her youth and high school that has made her perform absolutely well in the middle distance. And on top of that, she started running track in college compared to most people who start at high school or earlier. And now heading well into the 300 meters, we have Little catching up to Steiner, and Steiner is still able to maintain her stride and form pretty well. Little is no kid on the block. She's really been out of the track and field conversation from my end, as I don't cover the hurdles, but she's a great athlete. Placed 4th last year at Worlds in the 400-meter hurdles, and you could probably guess who were the top 3, being Sydney McLaughlin, Femke Ball, and Delilah Muhammad, which is a very tough squad to beat, as those three ladies hold the top 10 fastest times in the 400-meter hurdles, which is insane. I hope for the best of Little this season, and even if she were to come in 7th place in the finals, that to me is still pretty good because it's the finals. Yes, it's nice to win a medal, but the journey of making it to the finals is also well deserved, which means you had to beat everyone else along the way. And we now enter the last 100 meters into the finish line, with Little and Steiner running for that lead with everything they have, and Steiner winning it with an incredible time. Now, here is the fun part of some analysis. We will start with Yeargin. She is a surprise because I did not think she was this fast. Her time of 51:02 looks to be her personal best, and I think, in fact, everyone in this race just reached your personal best. So now, if you are amazed at Steiner's time, well, Yeargin is most astonishing because I cannot recall when she has ever ran low sub 52. Basically, if she continues like this, she could be a threat in the European Championships with Femke Ball, so keep an eye on her this season. Her overall performance in 2021 was better than 2022, but with this time, I can tell she really wanted this race. But overall, strong race and finish by everyone who participated, including Denton. To summarize, Talitha Diggs came in 4th place overall in all the heats combined, finishing with a time of 51:34. She participated in the 200 meters as well at this Invitational, coming in 2nd place behind Favor of Philly. So overall, Diggs, again, with respect to indoors, she has the fastest time in the NCAA and 2nd fastest time in the 200 meters for the year. Abby Steiner, with a time of 50:59, has the fastest time in the 400 meters in the world this year, even beating Sharika Jackson, who recently posted a sub 54. Shamier Little has the 2nd fastest time this year next to Abby Steiner, and to my surprise, Yeargin is at 3rd on that list, making her an interesting threat for the year. So let us wrap this up. The next big race is the 115th Melrose Games that will take place on February 11th. The big names from my understanding will include Steiner, Athing Mo, and Sydney McLaughlin, to name a few for us Americans. I think we will see some extraordinary times. Keely Hutchinson just recently broke an old indoor 600 meters record at Manchester this year, and Athing Mo will be running the 600 meters as well at Melrose. And thank you, one of my subscribers, for mentioning that, and I think their name was Needle. I think Mo can break that new record set by Hutchinson because they are always head-to-head in every race, and Mo ends up winning. Exciting times. Have a great day.